and welcome to another episode of Under the Canvas. We got a big weekend ahead of us. One of the best fight cards that we've seen in a
Card of the
long
year.
time.
Card of the year.
Yeah, card of the year. Trump will not be there supposedly, so we'll see what that means. It's at Madison Square Garden, our usual Madison Square Garden, UFC 322. We have JDM versus Islam. Before we get into all that, I just want you to go over kind of the card from last weekend. Did you think that stoppage was a little early with Brown? I saw a lot of people were kind of iffy on the stoppage at Bonfim, and did we have a little controversy too with another sus finish that we saw?
I mean, yeah, the whole card was forgettable as a whole. I feel like I'm not gonna lie to you, just to be honest. But we expected it to be. It's a hit or miss with those fight night cards before a pay per view. It's either gonna hit or it's not. There's a reason that they do it before a huge pay per view because of the chance that something like this happens. I mean, with Ismail, it was very suspect. Again, he missed weight. I understand by 5 pounds, which is absurd. Um, So I,
Hmm.
I knew that there was going to be a cardio lapse, but it just is crazy. In round one, he looked so sharp still. Um, Landed some sharp combos. He won the round. He won round one. So going into round two, he starts off landing sharp combos again. And I get that he's getting tired, but like he was, he like went to the floor and just didn't like. It's like almost like he didn't move. He wasn't moving his head. Like it's like he just gave up. Like he was just getting popped in the head until they called it. He wasn't trying to like move around. Like and I get being depleted, but like I've seen tired fighters. We've both seen tired fighters, but like they at least try. Like you're in there. You could see a guy trying to get back up or trying
Hmm.
not to get hit in the head. He was just taking it. It was very weird. For me anyway. I don't take nothing away from who is it that he fought? It's a good fighter in there.
Chris Padilla.
Padilla, who's on the
Chris
win.
Padilla.
So good for him. He should, get all the things that come with winning and his purse and all that. And he did what he had to do. But it's kind of a shame though too, because we didn't really get to see anything because it's like he just gave up because he was getting hit with some clean stuff. He had his guard up and was getting hit,
Hmm.
which is very weird.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then Bonfim, the brother. He's good. Gabriel's always been the prize. The other one came in as a formality. I think for the marketing purposes, but Gabriel's always been the prize since he got here. And he just beat Wonder Boy. He just knocked out Bonfim. Was a stoppage early? Sure. Am I okay with it? Sure. The way he landed was funky. You know what I'm saying? When you go back like this and you look like you're out, like I get trying to, because we'll criticize him if he didn't protect them, right? You know what I'm saying? Like taking the extra shot. So it's a tough that's tough there. So I mean, I think he would have finished him anyways had he jumped on him because that's his realm. So once he was down on his back, like I feel like he was in trouble regardless. So I'm okay with it. I think Bonfim is very promising. I'm excited to see what comes from him. I'm all set with the brother. I think we should cut him. But but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It was a little weird, but coming in overweight, and then you mentioned the money line just jumped like kind of weird at the right before the fight
Yeah,
started, and
very
it was
weird.
it, was- it was it was a little bit weird. But I think we're just all on high alert for the past like what happened the past like week. So, but who I do want to highlight though is CLD, man. Just talk about how well rounded he looked. It looked like he was really working on his ground game.
So if
He
y'all was
came in a little
watching,
chic.
me and Ken
Yeah.
told y'all plus 230. I said made 0 cents. I just feel like also like Tulio, being here for his girlfriend's camp, for her fight a couple weeks ago. I just feel like he wasn't fully like locked in. Like being in Vegas that long, they never got to go back, focus. And honestly, if we're going back to it, I don't think Norma looked good either. A lot of people said that that she didn't win that fight that she was in, Vera got robbed. I think both of them looked like the camp was weird, and I don't think he looked good. But CLD, man, he's been. If that's the version of CLD we're gonna get, uh this division
Contender.
this division better watch out because if he was grappling, reversing positions, landing ground and pound, what I'm saying, stuffing takedowns, and his striking, I think, it could get eccentric at times, but it's some of the best striking that division has. What I'm saying? It's not like he's just throwing it out there for fluff, guys. He's landing these things. Like this is his second.
Looking for the finish.
Yeah, like this is his second time landing a spinning back fist for a finish. He's not just out there spinning for fun to make it, for
Hmm.
your entertainment. It's entertaining as hell, but he's landing these funky things. What I'm saying? Those T kicks, the wheel kicks, he's landing those. He's in there, and as someone his size shouldn't be doing that. But like for me, like I've always said, he's an MVP that finishes fights. Like that's the way he goes in there. Like he's very dominant. And here's the thing with MVP: MVP can't get off the ground. That's how you beat him. You have to get him down. if this dude has the grappling side, I think it's a very scary thing the way he's going. And I've been a big supporter of him for a while, so I love to see it. But plus 230 was crazy. I was like, what are y'all on? What are y'all
Yeah,
on?
you called that immediately. You
Yeah,
told them guys jump on that immediately. But yeah, no, it was interesting just because he came into the UFC a little shaky. Kind of, it didn't look too good at the beginning, but man, it really looks like he's working on his game. He looked amazing in that fight. So we'll see if he can get a ranked opponent anytime soon, and then see if he can make noise in 2026. But yeah, overall decent card. But we got to get to the real event. We got our the main event. Oh well, the pay per view here for UFC 322. We got JDM versus Makhachev. What a card overall for this fight.
crazy card,
And just
man.
give me your quick overall thoughts before we start kind of getting a little deep in it. We
Like I
will
said, I think
be
it's I think
in the area.
skill wise, main card that his card of the year is terms of skilled fighters, like the skill of these fighters. So
Yeah,
looking at this, I'm really
up and down.
excited. I know we might
Yeah.
not, people just gotta watch and enjoy and don't complain because from skill wise, top to bottom, like there's a lot of skill on this card, a ton of skill. So
Yeah. So starting here with the early prelims, is there anything that jumps out? I mean, we got Mersha Gerald here in the freaking early prelims. So this is the
I'm all
depth of this
that
card
fight.
here. So
I think underrated fights are Chepe right there and Pat. I think that's a, will Pat get it to the ground or Chepe is a guy that throws a lot of volume. Like, and they're both coming off of wins.
mhm.
Pat came off a huge win in his last one. I think that's gonna be interesting to see who gets the what they want done in there. I think that one's
Yeah.
fun.
It's
Um,
basically a pick 'em.
Correct. Fatima Klein, that's the UFC giving her. That's her going under that one. That's her going for her gatekeeper fight. She's very good. Fatima, I don't know if y'all have watched it, but she's good. She's coming off a head kick knockout. So this is like the Neo Magni type thing. So
Yep.
we'll see what it is here. But 18, if Angela Hill goes to 18-16, it's like, come on, what are we doing here? Damn near 500. But this is a gatekeeper fight to see what Fatima's got. Underneath there, we got, I think my boy, Bangser. If you guys have Contender Series hero, if y'all remember, this is the man that won a contract and then
hmm
fought on a pay per view 6 days later, guys, and won by finish and beat a very good prospect. I think this is another setup for my man here. To see what he's got. Eric, won his debut, so don't count him out. But I think this is a showcase fight for my boy right here. But that's just early
Yeah,
prelims.
yeah.
That's what I'm looking at.
That's just the earlies. And then we're going at the
This is
prelims here,
crazy,
man. We're
guys.
starting off with Malcolm Welker
Whose opponent just pulled
versus
out
the who's that
today?
Pokemon?
His opponent just pulled out today, so it's tough. But this is just again showcase fight. This will be finished in the first round. Try to throw all you can on it, but yeah, that'll be. It's disappointing, but he'll finish that one. Blanchfield Cortez, the
And then
rematch from a long time ago. Guys, I usually pick the hotter fighter. Not today. Not today. I think Tracy has a win over Blanchfield when Blanchfield was 18 years old. I think since then, if you look at growth between the two fighters, I just think Blanchfield has grown more. If you look at the growth, I think Tracy's always been pretty much the same, which is good. Like she's very solid. Tracy has solid wrestling and solid hands, but Tracy's not elite at any one thing. It's just like when she fought
hmm
Rose, like when they put her against Rose, she got exposed there. You know, knocked her eyelash off in the middle of the fight. I think Tracy right now, if you've been watching the UFC landscape over the last month, the UFC is trying to capitalize on the looks and the notoriety that she gets for the looks. And I've seen her at movie shoots, red carpets, Nina Drama, podcast. I don't think she's been fully locked in on this fight. I think Blanchfield is a killer. Like Blanchfield is really fucking good. Um,
and she's there to
and
fight,
she's there to
man. She's
fight.
not there for
Blanchfield
anything
is a
else.
title
Yeah.
contender. I think I don't
hmm
think she just wins this one. I think she finishes this fight.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just Aaron's just too dominant on the ground, in my opinion. Too strong, too big. I think we'll really see the weight and strength difference in there. Tracy could be a little, she can get a little rock sometimes here and there. And then, especially when there's adversity, she can get a little gun shy. So
Yeah.
I think Aaron's just going to come forward, either take her down, it's going to be a quick sub, or I think it's just going to be a domination. It's just not close, man. Aaron's just on another
Yep.
level. That win that she has over her a couple years ago, I don't really think we could really base anything off there.
Correct.
I mean, and so it's tough. But if for let's say Tracy gets this done, does this put her in contender range? Do you think the
If
UFC is
Tracy
going to
were
try
to
to
get
push
this,
that?
it's absolutely contender range, 100%. Because but we're
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
Blanchfield arguably already deserving a shot. So yeah.
yeah. It looks like Blanchfield's punching down a little bit here, but we'll see what happens on the fight. And
Oh
then,
my
man, we
gosh,
got
guys,
RoboCop
this
versus
is
Raman
going to be
Kopilov.
fun. Um,
Banger.
Either either RoboCop finishes it in the first two rounds, or he's getting finished in the third. That's the way this is gonna work here.
Hmm.
Kopylov is good though, guys. Like I like
Very
he's the
durable.
slight underdog in this one. He fought Paulo Costa in the last fight where Paulo looked rejuvenated. He's had some tough opponents his last couple fights, guys. Um, but he's very, very, very good in there. To be honest with you, as much as I love Gregory Rodriguez and I love him to death, at those odds, it leads me to take a guy like Kopilov in there because I just don't think that. I think Gregory Rodriguez when he fights, like I said, the cardio is his main issue. He goes for it all. I think
Yeah.
Kopilov has taken everybody's best punches in there. I just think he's got the advantage striking in here.
I think Gregory, if he doesn't finish him in the first round, Roman will get it done in the third. He's a little bit more
I just
durable,
think he has the better
and
striking too.
cardio
I
issues
think
that
he
you
has
highlighted.
more of a complete striking package. I think Rodriguez has heavy, heavy hands, but I think Krapilov has, we've seen the head kicks, we've seen, the movement. I just think he might be a little bit
Yeah,
more precise in there.
yeah. There's always that chance, though.
There's always,
Gregory
I
hits him
don't
one
think
time.
either
Like,
way. I don't think this is the final bell.
yeah. All right. Exciting fight, man. They just keep getting better and better, man. So let's talk about Bo Nickel real quick.
Yep.
Last time he showed out, very disappointing. Basically gave up when he faced RDR. Now we got him facing Rodolfo. What are you expecting from him? Do you want to see what are you looking from Bo
I
Nickel?
want Bro Nickel to do what we signed him to do. You're in there against a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu black belt that's known for subs. Rodolfo doesn't have hands, so this doesn't mean that I want to go see your basic ass, average ass striking package. For 3 rounds to get a point, like when he fought Paul Craig, for example. This is a very similar fight to the Paul Craig fight. Go in there, take that man down, and finish him. But make him you're impressed. You're not even the headline of the you know what I'm saying? Like go in there and sub him and finish him, bro. That's what we need. Bo Nickel needs a finish. He needs a finish in this fight. Even if he wins by decision, it's not enough for me. If he wants to get back to what he's lost, he needs a finish here for Adolfo.
Yeah, agreed. Like I said, that he has him. They have him in that spot right under the main event here again. So I think they're just trying to really push him. His hype train kind of went down a little bit, but like you said, he needs a finish in this fight, especially with the odds and everything. He needs to get this
Yep,
finish, whether that be on the feet, on the ground. I don't know, but it has to be something spectacular. Has to be something quick. Otherwise,
correct.
it's back to the bus again. Man, in this main event, man, I don't even know where to begin. We started off with a banger. BSD came off a big, big win in Paris a couple weeks ago versus Benil Dariush. Do you think BSD kind of recouped a little bit of what he lost in the previous
I
couple fights with
do.
that
I
with that
I
huge
do.
win?
I do, and I like him
Hmm.
here. I really do. I think, like I said, I think BSD is a
Yeah.
really good fighter, guys, and I think like I said, Dariush is always sneaky good in there. He's solid. He comes with the solid striking, good grappling base. Um, but he slowed down in his last fight. That last fight that he had, I forget who it was against. It was against a good fighter. Um, but he slows down. As it goes, yeah, Mokan, I remember that he won by
Moicano
unanimous
and
decision.
yeah,
He like tends to start really good and he slows
yeah.
down. I think BSD stays on that gas. I think the grappling might cancel each other out here. And I love the way BSD goes in with his
Hmm.
striking. So, you know what? I'm going to jump back on this BSD train that I was off. At minus, one, what is it, minus 180 there? I like him here. I like him as a slight favorite here.
Yeah. Yeah, I like him too. Remember after he beat Ruffy, he called for this
Yeah,
fight, so they actually made it happen. So man, I think he's just like you said, he's just trying to gain some momentum that he lost like last year, especially when he lost to um who did he lose to? He freaking lost to Diamond Poirier.
yeah.
And I think he was really on the come up, and then he kind of took a couple L's, looked a little disgruntled and stuff, but now he's looking a little
Correct.
better. So I'm taking BSD all the way. I think Benil, he's on his way out. He's basically doorkeeper status right now in that
Yep.
division, and I think he's probably gonna retire if he loses in devastating
Yep.
fashion. But I think I'm gonna say sub. I'm gonna say sub.
Gotcha.
And they just keep getting better, man. We got Leon Edwards. Where the fuck has he been? Versus Carlos Prates. Does Prates impress you and really make a statement in
I
this
think
fight?
process is gonna finish Edwards in there, man. I really do. I think,
Is this the end of
yeah,
Leon
like he says
Edwards?
he's rejuvenated. You got Chael Sonnen out here making ridiculous claims that Leon doesn't know how good he is, that he was the best fighter in the UFC for years. There was never a point in this company where Leon Edwards was the best fighter. Got dominated for 4.5 rounds, landed the shot of a lifetime. Very Holly Holm like, and it was we, you know what I'm saying? We ran with it, but Leon Edwards has never been super impressive to me. He's solid striking, don't get me wrong. I just think Prates is a level above with the striking. Obviously Leon doesn't grapple, but I think Carlos can handle any grappling that comes at him. Um, I think Prates goes in there and it's going to be an easy day at work here. The odds are closer than what I thought they would be, and I would hammer it. But yeah, I think he finishes them pretty good.
Early finish?
I could see it being earlier. It's a 3 round fight. Either end of round one or early round two. But he's hunting for it. So just like he did against Jeff, really wasn't trying to waste
Yeah,
time in there. So he wants to get in, get out, and smoke a cig. That's what he wants
yeah,
to do.
yeah. I'm curious to see how Leon's gonna come off because last fight he looked like he just had
He
no
got
legs.
dominated.
Like he
He
looked
got
like,
absolutely dominated.
and I know, yeah, and I know he tried to. Yeah, and I know he tried to blame like the time and stuff, and that they were fighting at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or whatever it was, because they were fighting in England. But he just did not look like he had that second step. But we'll see what happens, man. I'm leaning a little bit towards Prates, but I think, like you said, it's a pickup at this point. But I'm curious to see after this long ass layoff, see
Yep.
Where Leon is. But if he loses, man, it's gonna be downhill for him from there.
Ugh.
And now he's fight, and then we got the man who he lost to versus Michael Morales. I'm conflicted as hell on this fight. I love me some Sean
To
Brady,
me, it all
but
depends. It all
Michael
depends on
Morales
how
is on a
Morales
freak.
prepared here. I think if
Yeah.
he can stay on his feet, which is easier said than done. So if you can stay on your feet here, I think he'll finish Sean Brady. But if he doesn't, he's in for a long, long night because Sean Brady is championship material, has some of the best ground game in the division. But when Sean Brady fought Bilal, and Bilal was able to not get taken down, Bilal, who never finishes anybody, finished him. Um, and it was because it stood on the feet. He tired him out. I think Michael Morales can do the same here. He's got them young lungs, that young cardio. I like him, man. Underdog plus 114. I can't not take him here. I think this is it, man. This is it where you see your kid growing up and you're throwing him out there and you're hoping for the best, but it's his time, man. I think he keeps this fight standing. I think he's gonna go through some adversity for sure. He'll get taken down once or twice, and he's gonna have to get
Hmm.
back up. But I think he's gonna get up, and then once they're standing, I just love what he does, man, on the feet, like what he did to Gilbert Burns and what he does to these guys. He just shuts you down. I think he passes the test here.
No, I agree. What a fight, though, man!
It's
This is
amazing.
exactly
It's
what you need. Two
amazing.
contenders, right in their prime. And Sean Brady, he should have been number one contender, but like I said, he did exactly what he needed to do. Just eliminate anybody that has any, just to make him undeniable. And he always talks about that. I'm probably leaning towards Sean Brady. I think he's gonna take him down. I think it's gonna be hard for Michael Morales to kind
Okay,
of get up. I it's it. This is just one of those fights where we're both conflicted.
got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
I think I'm leaning Sean Brady on that one. And then we got Whaley versus Shevchenko. Does Shevchenko even have a
She's the
shot,
favorite.
or
She's
does
the
Whaley just
favorite in this fight. She's the
annihilate her?
favorite in this fight, which I don't
Mm.
understand. I think Whaley can stop all of the wrestling. I think she proved that against Tatiana. who I think was a better wrestler than Valentina.
Yeah.
I think Whaley's the better striker. I think Valentina's the more measured striker, but there was times where Manon had her,
Hmm.
in there too, very much so. So I think Whaley's gonna have the pressure on her the entire fight. The cardio for both of them is outstanding. I think wait plus 114. I'm sorry, bro. There's just no way I can ignore that number. I think I'm going with Whaley here all day
Yeah.
to be a double champ.
The The second women's double champ, I agree with you. Shevchenko to me is kind of like the Izzy version of the
Here,
women's division, kind of like a pretty striker, very fluid, kind of outside, just trying to be a little bit more
yep,
measured, more calculated. And Wei Lee is the complete opposite of that. She's very measured with her strike. She's a great striker, but she's just tough, man, and she's just gonna come forward. And I think it's just a strength thing. I think Valentina's going to have an issue with Wei Lee's
yep.
strength in there. And even on the ground, we've seen Wei Lee. She'll get up. She knows how to change positions and everything. And I don't think Valentina is really going to try to. She may try to take her down and just kind of get it done through the sub. But I think on the feet, I think Wei Lee's really, really going to. I think she's going to knock her out, man. And I'm going to take Wei Lee to become the second women's
I
double
believe
champ.
it.
And lastly, man, this is the fight we've been waiting for the past couple months. Can JDM shock the world and become pound for pound number one? I keep going back and forth with this fight.
Bro,
2 days ago, I woke
yeah.
up Islam. Day before, I woke up JDM. This morning, I'm back on the JDM train. I just don't know. I
I've been the
don't know.
same. I've
But
been the
at minus
same. So I'm gonna
230,
tell you as I feel in this moment. I've been going back and forth, and in this moment, I'm with JDM. I think I think that, like I said, I've been with this guy for the last, throughout this entire win streak here. Think he has the right plan in place. He's been working with Volk, who's the only one. Him and Craig Jones have been able to stop Islam and the takedowns and the defense. The thing that I just worry about JDM is like he can't accept being down there. Like when you do get, I think he stuffs a lot of them, but once you
he
get
has
down
to
there,
get
you
up.
gotta get up. We've seen Islam later in fights with all the takedowns against like a Dustin, against like a stuff. Even though he gets the finish, he's very tired in those later rounds against Volk. Against Volk, who's way smaller
Hmm.
than Jack. He got very tired in those later rounds. He even ended
He
up
was
on his
very tired.
back against
Yeah.
Volk in the last few seconds there. So I think if he stayed true to this camp, I think he's worked with the right people. I think if the fight is standing, I think he's very dangerous. I don't think Islam has gotten way better with his striking. It's not to the level of what JDM has. JDM can box with the best of them. I like him here, bro. If this fight goes late, if JDM can survive the first two rounds, I think he has a good shot here at getting this dude. And I think he might. And call me crazy, but remember I said, as you guys remember,
Oh,
Islam's
you gotta
coming
say
up in
it.
weight, guys. This is not his weight class. I know he looks stronger. I know he looks better, but that doesn't mean
Hmm.
nothing. I could look good as a heavyweight too. Um, this dude, he might finish him, bro. He might. JDM doesn't go in there to fuck around, and I like him in this one. Mhm.
Yeah, yesterday I was Islam. I was into the Islam until I saw that he said, if the wrestling doesn't work, I'm gonna strike with the guy. I don't know if I think we're all kind of like in love with the JDM story right now, because especially what he did his last fight, how dominant he looked against Bilal. Um, I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna go. I think right now at this point, I just can't pick against Islam until I see it. It's kind of like one of those
Yeah,
John
it's like
Jones
what you
things.
did when he fought
Until I
Bilal.
see
You
it,
went with Bilal.
yeah. But right, this is probably gonna change. I'm not. I'm a little biased. I do want JDM to win, but until I see it. I'm a little afraid that it's going to be a dominant like first round type of thing if JDM can't figure out the wrestling. So those are kind of our unofficial picks, guys. We will have our full picks on the TikTok and Instagram. There, we'll be in the area in the arena. We'll probably be filming some different content. So stay tuned. Some lives or
It's gonna
something.
be
You guys will
fun. It's
see
gonna be
our live
fun. It's
reactions
gonna
to
be
all the
fun.
finishes. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, guys. Thank you guys, and can't wait to
Shout out
see what
Cutwater.
happens.